it's the Lena. You guys were thinking about that on Gambit, though, weren't you?
Yeah, to be able to counter the Spirit Breaker potentially. That was before they
Well,
picked the Treant,
Of
though.
course, of course.
I would be okay with the Lena DP matchup because it's just two heroes that push out the wave against each other. I don't know.
10 seconds.
I don't know how. Is Lena good at just standing on high ground against DP? I mean, it can go. I hate Lena, man. She just
I was gonna say,
owns everyone.
Is
Ugh.
DP one of those few very tiny heroes that can stand up to the Lena?
When you say
It's
high
hard.
ground, do you mean like your base high ground or
No, like
just mid lane?
mid lane, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
does she like click you out and stand on your high ground and say heck you, man?
Yeah, a little bit, but also like DP once she gets level 6, as long as you've got some kind of protection, which you do in the Treant Protector, you don't need to like trade. You can just let your spirits do the work, right? So,
Yeah.
well, this is a nice little way to give some
10
more,
seconds remaining.
not necessarily like teamfight control, but it means that you can't just
5
pop
seconds
exorcism and
remaining.
run at people, right? With this Death Prophet. You've got the Shadow Demon with the Demonic Purge. You're going to be slower. It means that yours isn't going to give you a lot of value as well, so a lot of that survivability is removed on the Death Prophet. And we've seen Navi, they're pretty damn good with playing any kind of defensive style of hero. So, again, right now, they don't have anyone that's going to punish this Rubik and Shadow Demon by diving on top of them. Same sort of thing with the Lena. So that's really what I want to see from Gambit right now.
Yeah, I like the save from Shadow Demon a lot on a squishy hero like Lena, who just needs to be protected.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dire team
Give me
back.
burst and give me dive.
Oh.
It's a little bit, but it is very single target. I suppose you've got the Death Prophet for AoE damage, but I
This
still need
is-
vision. That's what I want.
this is a hero that I've seen SMG in C playing.
Mhm.
Moon likes to
10
play Wind Ranger
seconds
into Lena.
remaining.
It's like one of his top choices
Yep.
that I've seen. And typically I
5
like it
seconds
because I feel
remaining.
like she's able to kill you so fast that like
You can't
you
react.
can't really react.
Mm.
Yeah. Especially if you get any other burst on top of it. Like I don't know what they want to last pick. You know what would be great? Sanking. I'm just saying, guys. Sanking would be really good this game.
So you like the Wind Ranger Lena matchup, but
Yeah.
how does Wind Ranger feel for you guys in the whole lineup for Gambit?
I like what Danok said about like a lot
It
of
has that
single
stun.
target.
Th-
That's kind of
They are single target, and
Nothing.
they, again,
10
like,
seconds remaining.
you have nothing that gives you vision right now. Maybe a Treant Protector if he's able to, like, walk through the
5
trees and
seconds
ward on the
remaining.
backside of a
Dire
team fight.
team
Yeah.
back.
But you need to find Shadow Demon. You need to find Rubik. Otherwise, they're going to get a lot of value
Radiant
out of these
team back.
supports. And, like, we're assuming that this is the position 1 that's still yet to come for Gambit. Are they going to... Well, I was about to say the TA, but it's already been banned out. So what position 1s really do provide that extra team fight initiation slash, you know, ability to immediately get it on the backlines? Like, there's the Spectre, I guess, but...
you could just pick heroes that just keep running forward. Maybe a Razor.
Radiant team
But
pick.
then... Well, now you can't.
Yeah, that makes life a bit hard. Oh,
Especially with the Shadow Demon as well, right? Like, you can't even just pick heroes that continuously run forward. You just Demonic Purge.
That's true. I see the problem with the lineup that I'm looking at is that I want something that is fulfilled in the off lane.
10
Like off lane
seconds
that gives
remaining.
you more lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
so that heroes like Wind
5
Ranger and DP can
seconds
do damage
remaining.
with their spells.
I feel like they kind of need to go... I mean, how are they going to be able to play this in the offlane, right? Because Shadow Demon Bloodseeker is a great setup for the laning stage. You just stomp most offlaners. So
Yeah.
how are they going to be able to counter that? Is it going to be something that is able to, you know, at least secure last hits from range? Is it going to be something like the Underlord, perhaps, that's going to be able to at least, you know, get something out of it with the Firestorm?
I mean, that lets them hold towers really well, but like, what are you holding the towers for?
To
They
eventually do.
Yeah, they probably should just pick a carry. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Maybe PL is something, because does he die to their heroes? He can like dodge.
Yeah, at least it's instant, I
stuff.
suppose, with the Doppelganger against Bloodright.
It seems really hard. Their offlane is... I know Spirit really like Troll Warlord into Spirit Breaker. I'm actually not opposed to it that much this game, although they do have like what feels like a lot of kite. But at least you can just like ult and like say, okay, I won't die to all of your nukes.
Yeah. You would have to, like, Navi have got such an early game draft, though, right? Like, Spirit Breaker for pickoffs, Bloodseeker. I mean, he's gotten better since they added the Aghanim Shard for the late game, just with the heal that you're able to provide. Let's go. Dab on him. But Shadow Demon, at least until Lorinov hits level 15 on the Wind Ranger, is
Yeah.
going to get a lot of value out of the Demonic Purge as well. So,
I'm down for a PL. I think this game was like a hard pick, last pick for them, to be honest, with the amount of characters that got banned out.
Is it enough for you to put everything on AS Monaco Gambit?
Oh, my bank account is like $20 now after that last series, so.
Double or nothing. Let's go.
Double or nothing. This is it.
Let it ride.
Give me the chance.
Oof. I think the Shadow Demon is gonna make Laurenos' life really hard until he has BKB. I think this game is kind of hard for Gambit. I'll bet on NaVi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna swing to Gambit then.
No, God no.
No, I think like this Bloodseeker and Shadow Demon are great against the Wind Ranger and Death Prophet, and I feel like that's all of the tempo for the early game.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be totally fine. And now that we see who's playing who, General is not going to be completely bodied out of that lane on the Spirit Breaker as well. So I feel like NaVi should be able to take it.
I'm looking forward to this series. I'm looking forward to seeing who can end up taking game number 1 as Lyrical and Trent are going to take it away.
I regret that.
Thank you so much, Nat. In the panel, I heard something there as we were going off to us, which sounded like I regret. And that's how I feel like Gambit should be feeling right now, Trent. Because holy moly, Wind Ranger mid, you're against the Shadow Demon. They run for a last pick PL. Is that enough of a pick to answer all the problems that were presented in the draft?
There were not a lot of good options. We were kind of struggling. We're like, look at their heroes, panel match PL. It's like, yeah, that's one, because like you see some stuff coming right with the Blood Right specifically, and you're gonna have dispels you're building into naturally with the Manta there too. That's pretty good. Hopefully you'll be able to doppelganger dodge, but yeah, I don't know. There's issues. Like you said, the Wind Ranger's gonna have to deal with the constant purging there. It's also PL into Shadow Demon. It kind of feels like Shadow Demon's the best hero in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And we were thinking about, like, I think Medusa was the other one that we were wondering about, as they called for a remake there. Hopefully Wind Ranger gets back in. But like you were sort of talking about, and like I've seen a couple of times, this Bloodseeker shard can just be like devastating against those like big tanky cores. Because you're just like clunking away constantly at the mana and the total amount of max damage. It's just devastating.
Yeah, it chunks. It's the big chunks for sure.
But yeah, we do have a pause, which means we're going to be doing our Superman thing. Look, zoom in over there. That's perfect. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a ward being dropped.
Ward being placed. Yeah, it's
nice.
set up high. It has just been placed. If you look at the ground, there's even like a little hole there from Happy. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Wow, this camera work.
Wait, how does that work? Why is it like lightning where it's like it's technically coming from the earth and then there's something dropping down?
It depends on the ward, see, because it's like sinking. It's like a fish thing. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Well, now that we've learned some new lore today, Trent, we're ready to get into this game. Talk to me about Wind Ranger. Besides, like, giving Slacks nightmares and forcing him into a VTuber life of being a Wind Ranger, what does this hero do? What the heck does this hero do in this game? What's the goal that they've got for Lorenov here?
Well, I thought Shivo did a good job of pointing it out on the panel. The idea of just like the countering versus like the Lina in terms of like the game plan. You sort of mirror a lot of the ideas of Lina in terms of like you're a little bit scaling. You got some physical damage. You also have pretty powerful spells. Your disable is not necessarily easier or harder to hit compared to LSA. It's just a little bit different. It can obviously be more powerful, but it's slightly riskier. Both can miss and everything. So I think it's just a good game matchup. A lot of like similar map rotations and movements. So I think it's a great pick here for sure.
Trying to bait Solo into, just stealing the room and walking away, I guess, because that's what he did. Sick bait.
They got him.
And General appreciating what he's seeing out of his captain. So gets away with a little bit of rune steal. Nicely done.
Well, lane should be pretty even mid though. As mentioned, that's why you'll see Moon pick it up on SMG. Just the same logic. I mean, Wind Ranger also used to be really good versus Huskar. She was a classic pick there, where you're just basically trying to use Wind Run versus these heroes that rely on their right clicks to just like force you out constantly. So once the levels get stacked up, obviously things will get quite a bit better.
Yeah, and does need to be careful through these first little bits because there's a lot of harassment already being laid out onto Lorenov.
Yeah.
But-
No one is actually skipping denies just to hit him a few more times.
I mean, before Windrun comes out, why not? That's really
Yeah.
nice. Now he has access to it and can sort of deal with that pressure, but still going to be tanking through a lot of those Dragon Slaves. So we'll keep our eyes on this lane. If Lorenov's not careful, he could get punished a little bit here. Wow, up top. Going to be a little bit of extra pressure there. Immersion taking the punches from Solo. While it's the rarely seen lane down bottom of Spirit Breaker versus the old PL getting hits from the Rubik and the Fade Bolt. So frustrating play.
Now, you and I are official members of the Alberca Monkey King fan club. Founding
Yes.
members, actually, I believe,
You're
because
the first
of
one
the
to
games
watch it.
we've cast. I remember he had some Morphling games. I'm trying to remember if we cast any PL games. I feel like we did, and I feel like it didn't go well.
Yeah, I kind of remember that as well. It's been interesting because he came onto the scene in that very first series, and as we're seeing Lorenov just get brought down lower and lower by no one. This is very scary stuff. But what ended up happening was he absolutely owned, and then he never got to play Monkey King again. And it felt like ever since then it's been some amount of either just sort of comfort lost or just getting introduced to the big leagues. But he's been eating it.
All right,
Will be a
well, don't
bottle
worry.
picked up.
I can't confirm that. Maybe I was thinking of his TA game because he has not played PL. So, I see he's got a lot of Dota Plus levels in this hero too. Maybe he spams this one like crazy as well. And a lot of the best things he does on Monkey King are very similar to the plays you want to make on PL in terms of the timing of the doppelganger. His ability to utilize Mischief was insane on Monkey King. I would say that's the thing that sets him apart from the other Monkey King players that you see. So maybe he's going to go for some really crazy bait plays with doppelganger.
It'll be good to watch if he can make that happen. Certainly getting denied by Rubik doesn't help, but Aloha Dance being a very annoying position 4 constantly up in his face here with these Fade Bolts. And talking about being annoying, man, no one 19-7 versus the 11-2, and every time Lorenov comes up to try and pressure or do anything, he's eaten a couple of these. It is a lot of harassment and almost a half a level lead into the favor of no one. When that 6 comes out, Lorenov could just be done.
Yeah, that's a terrifying sight. I would guess that the lead shouldn't grow much more than this. I would think that this is sort of when things look good for the Wind Ranger, when you have 2 points in the win run. But we'll see if it ends up being
down
the
bottom.
case. Yeah, that's not good.
Looking easy. Blow him up. Take him down. That's what you want to see if you're a NaVi fan. So far, all 3 of their cores, top of the CS charts and, well, top of the net worth as well, by a pretty wide margin for some of them. 500 gold lead for the Lina.
Much like Malik, I believe Melee's even had in an interview talking about he was the one who was really into these the axes and the pangos, right? Sort of the same deal.
Yeah.
The more short term and quick initiation heroes. Nobody's playing this game. We have Melee's on this Death Prophet. Gonna have to be the real siege engine for the lineup in this match, and not looking like a particularly great game for that hero either. I feel like, I don't know, man. Immersion has to be so on the living armors this game. I don't even know who you focus, and then there's also dispels. Whew.
Oh, and he's body blocked in and just dead up top. Yeah, they find a very, very quick blow up there. Yeah, this is looking really bad because I mean your main sort of playmaker in this game is Lorenov. That's who needs to be the ones that's making the moves and finding the pickoffs. Sort of stop the constant pressure. Although down bottom, they do get some good damage onto Aloha Dance here with the bugs on him. One more touch is all they need. General trying to buy a little bit extra time. Oh, surely they're not all going to live. Now they at least take down General. Aloha Dance will be able to survive.
That was a risky charge, too. That was not worth. It almost worked. They both lived, but instead he goes down in exchange for the Rubik, which I think you'll be happy to take as AS Monaco Gambit, especially with it going on to Alpha there. I also noticed Lorenov in the mid lane hit a power shot and some last hits while also stacking his stall camp. Pretty good stuff.
Okay.
So trying to recover as fast as possible. And now they chase onto V2. He's not that fast yet. Not enough damage, though.
To back out after. Yeah, and going for the 3 points up in the Thirst, as you'd imagine from this, Bloodseeker carry position, but it means that they don't have as much damage on that Disruption Bloodright combo that can be very annoying to deal with. So, at least for now, Gambit find a little bit of solace in the last couple of minutes, also stacking up that hard camp for immersion.
Just as things start looking good, though, they lose the rune flip. They'd secured top, but it was an arcane spawning bottom as no one's at level 6. So, in fact, almost to level 7 right now. Could maybe expect a TP, maybe, if you get a little bit too close, where he might want to try and juice somebody with that, or you're just going to end up farming extremely quickly on this Lina. Either way, it's bad news for Gambit.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Well,
attack.
it'll be something to watch for if they try and play a more aggressive role, or if they are just comfortable waiting until that first set of item timings. Obviously, with the Spirit Breaker, you can imagine that you can maybe make some moves happen, but you certainly don't have to. Yeah, Arcane just farms, heads on back towards mid. Lorenov gets level 6, saving a point for now. Only point in the power shots in the win run to try and survive through the laning phase, which means there isn't really a chance for any shackle shot. Sort of focus fire plays, and is going for the 2 points up, or rather the 2 null talismans on the Wind Ranger.
Yeah, and you could actually see that before no one had actually gone to kill off that small camp there. The last hits weren't actually that bad. The gap had only increased from like 8 to like 9 last hits, so it really did start to get a little bit better there for Lord of. As we got to go. All right, we don't need a reason.
Just start it back up again. My favorite with that is when like admins get upset and the top pause time ends and they're like unpause because admins technically can't unpause it. So
Yeah.
good. Alberca, doppelganger, TP's out, tries to escape. Oh, but just in the end,
Dire's
brought down
bottom
by
tower is
General.
under attack.
Oh man, that one hurts.
That was that last hit bash there too for the big damage.
Dude, that was that's his TP too. Oh, high risk, high reward.
No reward.
Yeah. God.
The old walk of shame. Send him right to the jungle. At least he has treads, so.
Dude, but he's level 4.
Yeah, but he's got treads, so it's fine, right?
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense. Fair.
Meanwhile, Happy's like sick. I'm the core now.
Dire's top tower
Hype.
Yeah.
has fallen.
3
Happy
heroes
needs
here.
time. At the least,
my God.
like,
Are fortified.
Melis was able to get that or the top tier 1 tower rather.
Yeah, they force out V2, and he's down here to help out. I'm still a little depressed if I'm losing my tier 1 to this trio of all heroes. Like a Spirit Breaker, a Bloodseeker, and a Rubik just hanging out.
Mid. Oof. Laguna Blade. And that's why you're able to take it that much quicker too. V2 getting some of that bonus attack speed. Goes for the deny, not quite able to hit it on Happy down bottom. So V2 gets the last touch on the tower.
Kind of an interesting sort of like dual pressure there, right? You're hitting bottom and mid at the same time. It's only level 2 living armor, so they probably wouldn't have been stopped anyway, but it certainly makes the job easier. You don't have to contest with that.
Yeah.
But who is going to stand in their way right now? Because NaVi look like they're just ready to roll. And none of the cores particularly want to engage on AS Monaco Gambit. I guess it's melees, right? Going for this hood first.
Right. And even that's more to like a, I'm going to make it so that I can survive when they run at me as opposed to
Radiant's bottom
I'm going to
tower
be
is
putting
under
on a ton of
attack.
pressure. I guess he can still play around Exorcism, but dude, I don't know. This looks tough. Navi.
It's one, yeah. It's one thing for them to try and hold the line right now as Gambit, but how do you even get aggressive at the moment?
Yeah. I don't know if they do, Trent. I'm going to be real. But then again,
I
you
don't
know,
think so.
you've got PL.
Mm-hmm.
Late game PL. There's the
End
potential.
it there. Yeah, that's it.
It's the
PL.
dream. Maybe they don't need to be aggressive.
Well, I can tell you it didn't look so good last series.
That's true. But they had a techies. That changes everything.
That's true. That is a very different scenario. I do like that they're moving the top side into the dire jungle, as there's obviously a lot of activity happening down bottom. As Melee is just up here pounding the drums here and stealing Albrica's camps.
fair. He's softening him up for him. That's what's happening here.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, I know you're just struggling to farm, so I thought I would just, oh, nuts.
No.
One Crypt Storm too much. Sorry, man. My bad.
Solo has level 6. Also 3 points up in disruption. This is the boldest solo I've seen in a while.
Look
He's
at
like,
him go.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. And now I gotta run. Oh, Solo, get out of there, buddy. You're maybe in some trouble, or is no one gonna come on in? Dude, he just made 3 heroes run away from him. What a god.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bad sign. Now Lowdance also having a Maxo Crypt Storm right now with 3 levels in Fable. Almost about to be a 4th point in Fable, actually, from this wave. So his burst is totally nasty at the moment. And, well, that wasn't a burst. That was just a kill.
But V-Tune going to be the one that ends up coming back and going down. They find a very nice kill there. No one made the Boots of Travel TP bottom with General. And so in the end, I'll take that trade every day of the week of him, Gambit.
Yeah, 100% looks like he just got shackled and walked down with the focus fire. That javelin coming out here to match, essentially. Oh, we've got down our Bloodseeker, who's the fully completed Maelstrom for V-Tune. But good first kill here for Lornov. Need to keep that up for sure, as they will continue to apply pressure to these towers, and got to make sure you're there holding the line so you can actually get some value out of the Stream Protector.
Right. Charge up top, Alberca. Solo spots the real one. Banish is there. It actually ends up being a weird timing, but it's still going to be enough here, I think, most likely. Although maybe not. They turn now into Solo, try and get the kill, but Alberca already dead and happy. Lifted, bopped. Solo out.
That level 1 doppelganger is just so useless for trying to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
he doppelgangered, and then they just didn't care what spells or what order or anything they did this PL. They're like, this guy will die. We have a charge on him.
The 4 points in disruption is like really cool too, because think about when the Diffusal Blade comes out. These SD illusions are just gonna wreck Gambit.
Yeah, typically you think of it as like an okay matchup for the PL in a lot of ways. Just like everything else about this sort of an idea of a support should be good. It's just there's some games where, I mean, we cast one relatively recently where they just seem to keep getting the illusions, and you're just like, oh my god, he's doing so much damage every single fight. Even though, PL typically can just, you get stunned once, a Shadow Demon, you're just dead. You lose all your mana and you die. Can be a swingy counterbalance between the two heroes. Is they're going to smoke up, head into their jungle, going to run right into a smoked up Gambit, though.
Overgrowth is there too. Lorenov, you're ruptured. Gotta run away, but not too far. TP's out afterwards. The banishment is there, so Immersion gonna get caught and gonna get
He
killed.
TP'd mid, and he's getting charged.
What? Oh, Lorenov. What a crazy person. What the hell? All right.
I mean, he didn't know he'd been charged before. I'm actually surprised he didn't go for the ulti, but it just wasn't quite enough damage.
Wow. Good dodge there. Lorenov realized that General was on him as Alberca walked right past and stops the pressure. Solo heads up to the north. V-Tune, 30 seconds till rupture. And Happy is scouting out also, seeing there in the area, but back towards mid where they take down Lorenov. No one there, and they follow up. Immersion in trouble. The tree, nowhere left to go, wants to heal the tower. But NaVi keep the spree going.
Just got charged again. Not respecting that. And this charge with Lina, so like very similar to Young G's last match there from Puck Jam in terms of no one just coming for easy follow-up kills and providing the damage to finish off with the Spirit Breaker starts. And now LSA actually connects on a Happy trying to steal his Invis Room. Perfectly done.
Immersion comes back up, immediately going to pop the tree armor. Loha Dance trying to get a little bit of separation. Knows he's going to die, but maybe to kill Alberca first. Almost goes down. They have the charge on him. Oh, we're coming for you. General is on the case. He takes him down dead. Mellis, meantime, getting hit from the low ground. The disruption illusions, but no one maybe bit off a bit more than he could chew. It's eventually taken it down. V-Tune turns onto Lorenov, but the overgrowth, a really good play. So much damage being done
Nice
by Mellis
win run.
with this epi. Well, is it going to be enough with the exorcism? V-Tune finds the damage, gets the kill. Immersion now runs away. Solo's still there as well. Happy dodges back, and in the end, they kill the Lina, but they lose the PL. They lose all their cores. They're all gone.
Yeah, and they're trying so hard to hold this tower. That initial play where no one left the mid to go get the Invis Rune Although he secured it, it stopped the pressure they had on the tower. And this thing was really low. And since then, they've been healing it consistently. I don't think they're going to get this tower anymore, despite dropping 3 heroes. So at least some sort of a victory here for Gambit right now. Now, mind you, you could just argue it's going to cause more bad fights for Gambit to keep trying to defend this tower. But that's yet to be seen.
Well, we'll have to watch. I mean, they're coming back in again. They don't have Overgrowth this time. They won't have Exorcism. It's hard to imagine that they can keep this alive. Oh, God. Solo found Alberca again. He's dead. No doppelganger. Dude, he just... Oh, no.
He just
Alberca.
respawned.
Oh,
You know that last
loaded.
fight when his HP just vanished? That was Power Shot and Fateful. It's like a 400 damage Power Shot.
Melis is now dead, too. Yep, they move in. Laguna Blade. Couple more punches is all they need. One by one. Dude, make it stop. NaVi are just all over them. Happy trying to get out. He's charged too. Yeah, come on back again. We'll go for another round. Why not? Triple kill for no one. Lorenov, you want a battle? B-Tune? Oh, he's a crazy person. Okay, he backs away.
Yeah, but Lyrical, the tower's alive.
It is. The tower is still alive. Maybe
Oh,
NaVi
no.
should just keep it up. And then they'll keep killing him.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It was not meant to be. Yeah, 4-17. This is indeed looking like our previous series, which was a quick run over of a similar kill score. 3 more to go. And how do you get out of this situation?
Well,
Radiant
oh,
I
Alberca.
don't know.
Oh,
Don't die for a
Alberca.
3rd time in a row.
Oh, Alberca, no. No, Alberca, no. Not like this. Not like this. He's dead again. B-Tune tries to stutter step his way out and will manage to escape. Dude, that hurts. It's been such a rough game for him. And now they find another Melis. He's also charged. General's coming. They can't stop it. And now he turns onto Lorenov. As Melis has already died, they're going to find him too. LSA comes out. Everywhere they go, Gambit are dying.
Nice.
Radiant's top tower is
All right.
5-20 now,
the
though.
god.
They got one back.
Immersion's like, take this punch. I'm still treeing.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, that's a 10k lead at 17.5 minutes. So what happened this game? Things crumbled very quickly in the laning stage. They lost all 3 lanes. They did a good job of pressuring that top tower with melees, but the counter rotation from V2 to the bottom instantly eliminated that. Alberca has had no chance to play Dota, and I don't really think it's his fault necessarily. Maybe there were a couple times where he overextended in some positions near team fights and stuff, but like really, how does he even get started in this match?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It definitely feels like this is just a drafting outplay. Like, I don't know what else you can really gain from this series besides that. Because, like, clearly PL has not been the answer, or maybe something about the way that the lanes went is not the answer, but I don't know if there was a better one either. So, tough stuff. And now, if you're Gambit, you got to try and find a way. I mean, I guess the game plan doesn't change, right? Like, just get to late game. But, I mean, they might be too far in the hole now.
Well, right now, all you can do is try and keep some semblance of control over the Roche pit, I suppose. The only problem is that once they take this tier 2 bottom, they start pressuring your tier 3. That's going to focus your attention down there, and then that's when the heroes get split, and you can't all be, around the Roche pit the whole time when they're pressuring your high ground like that. When you have the boots of travel plus the charging Spirit Breaker, you start running into the real problems, and they don't have any sort of global mobility like that on Gambit.
Right. No, Gambit don't really have an answer of pushing out those waves. I mean, they can't afford to go bots on Wind Ranger. She has to go in towards this blink or something that allows her to fight and actually make an impact in these ones. Because right now, it's just not happening. The bright spot, again, is definitely Melis, who's trying to get in towards this Heaven's Halberd. And that can make a pretty big difference for at least Lina. Maybe the Bloodseeker too, but still just seems really tough. They have so much magic damage, and Melis is going to get found. Ulti immediately. He is mega dead. Wow. Yeah.
Just head into the Roche. as well. So that's where you lose the control. Happy going to try and throw some bugs in here and go for the best Shikuchi of his life.
Realize what's happening there. And no, look, I don't want to help him get Roche faster.
Come on, throw the bugs in. They don't even have detection. Yo, Happy, that was your Aegis. Come on.
It's time. They didn't have a sentry down, Trent.
Oh, there goes Shikuchi for Rubik.
Oh, no!
Dude,
The
you've
one
got to be
that's
kidding
left
me.
Behind!
That is
There was-
Alberca's game. That's his game.
One illusion that didn't make it over the cliff.
I'm GG in there. That's, you know, it wasn't meant to be.
Oh, that is
This guy needs an Aether Lens or something. I don't know. He's gonna find a better way over there.
Gotta get towards that Octarine build. Damn, dude.
BSJ, where are you?
He's max doppelganger, and this is still what happens to him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Why have you forsaken me like this? Nellis pops exorcism, and now they're gonna rupture. This is sad. There's not even creep
I know,
for
it's
the ghost to hit.
It's the best Bloodseeker game ever. It just feels so good for V2 this match. Everyone he ruptures is just immediately depressed.
LSA, jump in, dunked. Dead. Alberca, they find the real one. Gonna turn onto him now. Draining all that mana. Can they kill Solo? You've been making me mad this whole game, but it ain't gonna happen. Alberca dies again. General keeps on hunting for more. Lennoff, GG is called. He has had enough. Devastation. That was a bigger beatdown than last game.
It really was. That was rather savage by NaVi here as they crush all 3 lanes and take over the entire map at the same time with just powerful heroes this game. You got Rubik into Weaver. You got Shadow Demon into Death Prophet and Wind Ranger. And then you have Bloodseeker into Death Prophet, Wind Ranger, and even the PL has some pretty good options versus that too. Sorry, the Bloodseeker into those heroes. So, yeah, I kind of felt like everyone was just happy on NaVi. You know?
Happy's on the other team, Trent. But yeah, no, I agree. Everybody was very, very happy on NaVi, and I don't think I've seen a sadder PL in all the time I've watched Dota. He did the least damage in the game. Like, the next closest had double on the enemy team. It was he never had a chance.
You know,
that's all he could do. I feel like that it's the draft is maybe where they really need to go back to. Is there anything that like really stood out to you as like the thing that sort of caused the most trouble for this AS Monaco Gambit squad?
To me, I try to look at my heroes and think like, what do I want to do at 10 minutes?
Okay.
And I look at Gambit's heroes, and the only thing that pops out to me is like, don't lose towers, but that can be hard with exorcism. So like maybe make exorcism plays. Maybe they had to play a little bit more around melees if you want to try and fix some issues with this draft itself. But I wouldn't say that their game plan in itself looks that simple this match.
Right.
I'm always down for a support duo that can kill. That would be something that makes games easier to me.
Well, we'll see if they can put that together. Maybe some immersion Earth Spirit pulling out the whole classic. We'll see if Gambit can come up with some answers, or if Navi is just going to run away with this. They've definitely been playing a lot better in recent weeks. But for now, we're going to get to a quick break. When we get back, the panel's going to break it all down. See you then.